In 2026, do you really need a cutting-edge meta base? Building in Rust has changed a lot over the years. New mechanics, evolving raid strategies, and the building community's response to them have completely changed what makes a good base. But these days, there's so much jargon thrown around, it's hard to know what's actually useful and what's just an expensive gimmick. So let's break down some of the latest features. Anti-siege stops raiders from griefing your externals during an online. Without it, they can take control of your compound, disable your peaks, and win the raid. Shield balls act as a makeshift shell without adding huge upkeep. They give cover while moving around your compound, and you can ping wall on top to block rockets. Protected peaks keep your head covered while holding your shooting floor and roof, essential in online raids, but just as useful for roof camping your neighbours. One-way retakes help you reclaim parts of the base while denying raiders the ability to shoot back. Whether you actually need these features depends on your playstyle. Maybe you'd rather build a chaotic loot maze so nobody can find TC, but then you're missing out on some of the most exciting aspects of the game. So build a base that prepares you for every situation. Learn how to bait online raids, hide loot to prevent a full offline, and have fun. That's why I designed the 2x2 Turbo. It packs all these features into one base, while keeping upkeep low through smart design. It's affordable, defendable, and fast to build for any group size. So come with me on a tour, then I'll show you exactly how to build it. Welcome to the 2x2 Turbo. First, there are two gatehouses, one on each side of the base, with an airlock using a single door and double door combo to prevent any grubs from going deep. Inside we have some visibility using the glass window, and beyond that, space for a bedroom and a retake looking out in front of the airlock with some storage above. Going through the third door, which is guarded by a turret, we're now in the compound, which has more turrets above the bedroom modules to give excellent coverage. Instead of having expensive retakes that will never get used, the bedrooms feature some hidden storage and a vending machine, along with anti-siege disconnect, which I'll demonstrate at the end of the video. An excellent feature of the compound is this ping wall, which, as I talked about in the intro, allows you to extend the walls up in an online raid to block rockets, so you can seal your base safely and waste all the raiders' boom. To access the inside of the base, we have an entrance on either side. Use the triangle stairs to get onto the second floor, which has a pass-through joining up the two mobility chutes. In the second floor, we have a large loot room on the right, with a drop down to the core on the left, with some electric furnaces above. Down here we have ample space for sleeping bags, lockers, storage, and furnaces, along with a workbench, a fridge, and your main TC. And inside of that you can find my Patreon, home to some of the best base designs I've ever made. So if you fancy something more private, check out the link in the description, or if you prefer become a YouTube member, then you can watch them right here. Now you've seen the second floor and the core, follow me back up to the third floor. As I mentioned earlier, there are two ways up, one on each side of the base, through these mobility chutes that can access every floor. The third floor is partitioned, so each side is walled off to increase raid cost. On this side you have one large loot room, and to access the other one you go back down to the second floor, or down from the fourth floor through the mobility chute. But if you want to, you can change this to make the both loot rooms accessible from both sides. Moving back up the mobility chute, you'll see that we have retakes into the shooting floor. These are one way, so raiders can't see you, but you can easily take them down by shooting their feet. And of course this is mirrored on both sides to cover all parts of the shooting floor. Up here we have plenty of space for beds, lockers, and boxes. Behind the single door we have space for a battery, and behind that we have two hidden barrels in the triangle, which would be the best place to hide your loot in an offline or online raid. And this is mirrored on the other side with the single door behind the locker. No need for gimmicky roof bunkers in this design. Use the airlock to access one half of the shooting floor. Out here we have some really nice wide gaps to survey the compound, giving you countless angles to peek from, paired with some long range peaks that cover your head too. If you've ever used peaks like this before, then you'll know just how overpowered they can be. And here we have more angles down into the compound, front of the gatehouse and bedroom. And of course it's exactly the same on the other side. Using this module, we can jump up to get some more angles outside, and use the single door to retake onto the roof. This shooting floor is partitioned into two sections, so you don't lose control of the whole thing if raiders rocket one side. Go back round to the mobility chute to access onto the roof, where we have another one-way retake with excellent visibility. The roof can be accessed from either side as shown. Having 4 different retakes covers every area on the roof with no blind spots. Here you can see what the angles look like from the roof. When you're using these, there's no way that the raiders can shoot back at you. Even if you don't use them for an online, they're vital for combating grubs before you have turrets down. As for the rest of the roof features, we have some more patricos, and next to those we have drop downs into the outer compound or back into the shield wall. Next to that we have a wood double door to cover the gap caused by the wide gaps, another Patrico peak, our single door retake, and 2 turrets in protective modules that cover most of the roof, but you can add more if needed. Now let's go ahead and build the base. Start with the 2x1 and wrap it with walls. Put a double door on this square, then seal in the roof and put your TC on the left. Always remember to lock it, otherwise your base can be griefed even if you have externals. Then add another door, expand the base by 1 more square, add walls and another door here, then add 1 more square when you can. Seal this one off, and we're going to use a furnace as a temporary jump up. Build walls all around this square, with a ceiling and another double door. Next, build a triangle at a half height to the left. This can stay wood, as its only purpose is to allow you to build a half height jump up inside after you've honeycombed the base and you've got garage doors. For now you can just carry on using the furnace. Now we're going to build a shelf in the TC room. For this you can place the triangle floor through the wall and upgrade it inside. Now we'll expand the second floor with a loop room here, 2 walls on the other sides and single doors. Fill in the ceilings. Then build your loot room. If you like, you can bridge over this shelf to make another one on the left. At this point, to get into the base, you can use twig foundations with twig triangle roofs. Don't upgrade them, as we'll swap them out for honeycomb later. Next, add honeycomb to the TC room, as it's the most vulnerable part. And when you're ready, add honeycomb to the rest of the squares. And in the centre of them, we'll put a stone triangle with a twig triangle roof for a temporary jump up. Do the same on the front of the base, obviously with no jump up on this side. Build more honeycomb here with the triangle roof again in the centre. Leave the roof twig, as we'll replace it with some triangle stairs later. Then finish the honeycomb on the back with another triangle next to the TC room. Add your last triangle in the middle on the front of the back of the base. If you want to, you can upgrade the inside walls before sealing them in, but it's not really necessary. Then on these sides we'll add our triangle stairs and a wall frame. On console you won't be able to place the triangle stairs, so you have to use a furnace or something else as a jump up. Extend the mobility chute with 3 more walls. Fill in this part, then add a jump up here. Then finish the chute with 2 walls, another half height jump up, and a door. Don't seal in the top, as we'll need to extend it more later. Do the same again on this side of the base. At this point, some of you may be wondering what material to upgrade the base to in its final stage. Well, I don't show this in the video because it's just logical. Everything in the core should be HQM, and the rest of the base should be metal, if possible. In my tutorials, I always build in stone, but let you know if there's anything that must be upgraded before you seal it in. Just upgrade the base from the bottom up when you can afford it. For this side, make sure that the door opens on the opposite side to the one adjacent to it. Now add more honeycomb to the front of the back of the base on the second floor. Again, you can upgrade the floors below and the inside walls to metal before sealing them in if you want to, but it's not necessary. Next we're going to build our external TCs to prevent the base from getting griefed. Build up by 2 squares and a triangle, upgrade the triangle and remove the twig squares. Then build out by another twig triangle, 2 twig squares and 1 more triangle. Then build the TC to the left with 3 stone triangles. Place the TC in the furthest one away and remember to lock it, otherwise your anti-C system won't work. Put a wall here, then a single door, and on the left here put 2 half walls for the disconnecting mechanism. Seal in the roof and place a garage door. Connect the external to the stone foundation by placing 2 full walls and some frames. The full walls and the foundation must be upgraded to metal to prevent soft siding. If your main TC gets destroyed in a raid, you'll need to disconnect both externals like so in order to replace it. Once you replace your main TC, just replace the stone frame. Do this again on the other side of the base. Next we're going to build the 3rd floor with the partitioned loot rooms. Start off by the chutes and add a half wall and a window for the one-way retakes into the shooting floor. Seal in the left hand side, and on the right do the same again, but we'll have a garage door into the loot room. Do the same again on this side. Now place down 4 full walls, your ceilings. Now place a partition here, build a loot room, seal in this part, and build another loot room here. Now go on top of the base and place triangle floors through the retakes. This will stop anyone from using them against you and seeing into the floor below. Now extend the chutes with a full wall in the middle, half wall on the right and a window on the left. Then add 2 triangle floors, a window in this slot, a triangle floor here, and a frame in the centre to add more stability, with another triangle floor on the left. Add a window above, and a half wall below. Then 2 more wall frames here for garage doors. Cap off the retake with the triangle, add a full wall to the back, a half wall, a ceiling, and a garage door. Followed by another wall, a ceiling, and a single door. Do the same again on this side with a full wall in the middle, half wall on the right and a window on the left, 2 triangle floors, a frame in the middle with triangle floors either side, a window in this slot and in front of it, and a half wall below. Then add your wall frames and 2 garage doors. Above, cap off the triangle, a full wall, half wall above the window, a ceiling, a garage door, and a full wall on your right, a ceiling, and a single door. Next add honeycomb to the 3rd floor. Again, you can upgrade the inside walls if you want to and the floors, but it's not necessary. Next add a single door to the left, followed by 2 full walls, and triangle ceilings above. Do the same again on this side. Seal in the squares, Then build an airlock here. Then build your hidden loot room inside here. If you don't have barrels, you can use 2 small boxes. Then place a single door for your battery. Do the same again on this side. Then in one corner, build a full wall and a garage door, and put garage doors in the rest of the slots. Next we're going to complete the compound. Start off on this side of the base and add a square with a triangle either side. Put a double door here, and full walls either side of it. Do the same again on the other side. From the externals, place down a hexagon of triangles with 2 more on either side. Then bridge over another triangle using a twig square. If you can, raise it. This is going to save you some cost. And add a half wall and a frame to it. If you can't raise the foundation because of the terrain, lower it, place a full wall, and then a frame and a half wall above that. It's not the end of the world if you can't raise the foundation, it's just going to cost you slightly more because of the extra wall. To the right of that, add a full wall, then place a single door frame here with a vending machine. You can add a single door if you don't have a vending machine yet. Do the same again on this side, with a square and a raised foundation with a half wall and a frame. You can lower the foundation just like the other side if needed. Do the same again on the other side. This will make up your basic shield wall to give you some extra protection whilst you finish the compound. In the bedroom modules, place a ceiling, then a half-height triangle, which is very important, and a full wall, and a square above that. Place down half walls on both sides like so, then triangle ceilings, a full wall here. Inside, build a half-height shelf for your hidden loot room. Again, you can use small boxes instead of barrels if you don't have them. Then place down 2 more garage doors. Here we need to put a deployable of some sort so you can jump up to use the shield wall. If you don't have siren lights, you can use the furnace or the bamboo shelves. Copy this again onto the opposite side of the base. After that, we'll complete the gatehouses. From this double door, place down 4 triangles. Put walls on the left and right. And a window here. A single door. And here we're going to put a low wall. And build a half-height triangle for the retake with a half wall on top and a ceiling. Finish it off with a window. Put a double door here and make sure both doors face outwards for the airlock to work. Copy this module onto the other side of the base. Now we're going to place our high external walls. Start off by the sides of the gatehouse and make sure that they're angled outwards slightly. Then do the ones next to the bedrooms and make sure that they don't poke inside the bedroom at all, otherwise you might struggle to place a bed in there. Then seal it off with 1 more wall. Do the same again here, making sure not to obstruct the vending machine. Make sure the gap is like this so you can easily place a bed inside the bedroom. For metal barricades, you only need 1 on this side next to the compound bedroom. Make sure that it's not placed too far in, otherwise you won't be able to build your shield wall on top. Above the gatehouses, place wall frames here, extending up by 2 floors. Then place some scaffolding for your barricades. And for the barricades themselves, make sure that they push into the wall frames to prevent anyone from laddering up them. Next we're going to build the frames for the shooting floor. Add a frame either side of the gatehouse like so, and extend these centre ones up by 3 floors. This will give you more than enough stability to build your shooting floor whilst not blocking the ping wall and your safe cast at the same time. Do this again on the opposite side of the base, and extend the rest of the frames for the shooting floor like so. To extend the frames up on the raised triangle, place a twig triangle roof here, so you can extend them up by 1 more floor. You can also place ramps in the floor here to make the flow of mobility around your compound a bit smoother. Extend the frames up on this side in exactly the same way. Along with the one on the raised foundation. And do the same again on the opposite side of the base. From the 4th floor, finish the shooting floor. Put a square floor here, and a triangle floor here. And fill in the rest of the floors like so. On this section, place down a full wall. Then some twig scaffolding around here, with a half wall and a half height frame, and this will hold the PIQDGU peak on the roof. Extend this wall frame up by 1 floor, then add a triangle frame with full walls on top, a window and an embrasure facing inwards with a ramp. Place a full wall in this slot with a frame here, and then place a twig half wall, a floor and a frame through the middle of the wall. Upgrade the frame to stone. Again, this is for the protected peak on the roof. Put 2 half walls here with windows above, and copy the left hand side of the shooting floor onto the right hand side in exactly the same way. Going back over to the retake, place a triangle frame, upgrade it to metal or one of the new building skins, and place a roof inside of it. If you leave it standard stone, you can't place the roof. Finish it off with 2 embrasures and a single door. Then seal in the roof. Add some more frames for stability, with a triangle frame here to cover your head. Oh, and remember to put double doors inside of the shooting floor to cover the gaps caused by the wide gaps. Remember to lock them and leave them open. At this point, the shooting floor will look like this. You'll need to build this again in exactly the same way on the opposite side of the base. When you've done that, we'll finish off the roof. Start here and place 2 wall frames with a triangle frame, 2 low walls which can stay wood, a window and an embrasure, and place a box to stand on. Here place a triangle floor with a single door, stand on a box and place a stone barricade to cover the top of the door. Here we're going to build another PIQDGU peak with 2 frames, a triangle frame, 2 low walls and a window. Above these sections place low walls and a triangle roof piece here. These can stay wood as they're mostly cosmetic and are unlikely to get destroyed. Place your double door to cover the gap and remember to lock it and leave it open. Then build the shooting floor in exactly the same way on the opposite side. the retake, place a ramp in front of it. This should be upgraded to metal to give the best visibility. You can raise it or lower it, it's up to you. Above the retake itself, place 3 wall frames, a triangle floor, and then a frame. You can use a triangle frame or a square frame. The square frame is going to give the turret slightly better visibility, and of course the triangle frame is going to be cheaper as it uses less half walls. I'll leave that up to you, but the triangle frame does look better. Lastly, place your windmill on top, and that's one side of the roof done. To finish it, place a SAM site here, and place a shop front in this slot. This is just going to give you some extra cover. When you've completed one side, copy this again onto the opposite side of the roof to finish it. For a finishing touch, add a square roof here above the mobility chutes. If you feel like you need more turrets, then you can add a module just next to the chute above the one-way retakes. Before I end the video, I'm going to show you how the anti-seize works. This version of anti-seize is called inter-TC. It basically has 2 modes, online and offline. When you're online, you want to disconnect the external like so, and place the half wall inside the compound bedroom module. This will increase the stability of the square above, so you can place the roof piece. This directly connects this module back to the base, instead of the external TC. So now privilege is extended from your main TC through the roof and compound bedroom and the frames, making it impossible for raiders to grief this external. Even if they try to build out with twig, you can see the TC is not placeable at all. So like I mentioned earlier, this is an online mode. While you're offline, you'll need the externals to cover your main TC. So you'll need to disconnect the bedroom module from the main base by removing the twig half wall, which will collapse the roof. Then just replace this frame. If your external TC does get destroyed after an online raid and you need to replace it, you need to follow the same procedure too. To learn more about inter-TC and other types of anti-siege, check out the video in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.